Hey, I been getting some great comments and a few awesome emails, well, I should say one. I've been getting a little correspondence going. It's amazing. And there's some very good questions asked. I want to talk to you directly, and because I think the answers would be beneficial to all of us. Oh, just real quick, I yesterday made it to my very first TBI, traumatic brain injury group in a little town near where I live near. It was amazing, guys. I mean, freedom for me. Seeing a table with people sitting at it that had the exact same symptoms I've had. One girl, took me 8 years to get to this meeting. That's a brain injury. There are 3 stages that they classify brain injury: mild, medium, I think, and intense. I can't remember the one where you've been unconscious for more than 24 hours is the one that I fall into because I was in a coma for 17 days. So yeah, it was so enlightening just to meet with some other people that were having horrible ear ringing problems and dizziness and the same things, and having to lay on a heating pad just to move your neck and shoulder muscles. And well, I believe that urine therapy actually absolutely helps with that 100%. It's hard to it's difficult to keep up the replenishment of the ammo. Makes enough, the body makes enough, but there are advanced urine therapy techniques. I'll talk to you about that soon, I hope. Anyway, one question that came through in an email. I've mentioned that I wrote a book or some books before, briefly in my videos. Yeah, let's see. I have some that are newer and some I have 4 that I can say I'll tell you about right now. um, this one's pretty old. I think I wrote it in 1999. It's called 2099. To show you anything, it's just showing you, my paper. um, but 2099, a piece of now, PEACE, a piece of now, is about, let's see if I can remember. It's kind of a time travel, to use those words, goes into the future, into 2099. One couple does, and they meet another couple in the future who takes them back through probable realities. Different, like if this would have transpired, or everybody would have believed this person, this is how it would have looked, or this is how life is on that probable reality plane, and so it takes them through, Nostradamus's predictions, and they travel around and through the mist of time into these different probable realities of people's belief systems and what they create through time. So the way we're believing today, how would that look in the year 2045, say? So yeah, I've got, how many pages? Oh, they're not even numbered on this one. 23 chapters. That one has not, the end has not yet been written, and it's only, what, 15 years later. Okay, so that's one book. I have this other one I started, probably, we call this the purple book because it's in a purple binder. But I call it I care. I care. This book's kind of about me. But it's not a story. I'll read you a couple excerpts from it, real briefly. Let's see. They're just little tiny things that flashed out of my head, and I started writing them down, and I came up with 109 pages, more than that. Plus, I've written other places. It has evolved. I think this one started about 8 years ago, something like that. So it says, "For the love of God." What an awesome saying. But it seems we hear it when someone's disgusted with something. I think we want to say it when we're extremely proud or extremely satisfied, like sexually. For the love of God. You know? Anyway, okay, here's another one. On page 26. Have you ever seen a mountain off in the distance and you thought to yourself, "I really like to climb that mountain." So you drive and you drive till you find the bottom of the mountain. And you start to climb, and you climb, and you climb, and you climb, and you climb. And finally you stop for a second, and you think, "Holy shit, this mountain is a lot bigger than I thought it was." Happens to me a lot. Okay. They're just little thoughts like that. Let's see what's on this page. Life is too short for people who make the most of their lives. Life is too long for people who don't want to make much of themselves. When I live in the moment, life has no length. It just is what it is. And I think it's best. I think life's incredibly wonderful. I think life is incredibly wonderful. Like a movie I haven't got to see the end of yet. Stuff like that, you know. I laugh at them probably because they're personal to me, you know. It just goes on and on. But anyway, that's it's another book I've got. And then I've got this one. This is my latest one. I wrote it last year. It took me 68 days. It's got 275 pages counting the index. It's got a bibliography and an index, and it's called Intuit. Intuit? Yeah. And the front cover has gone through a little evolution since then. I thought I would read to you the dedication that is in the beginning of the book. This book is dedicated to you, the reader. I have to breathe and pray here for a second. Okay, let me try it again. This book has been dedicated to you, the reader. There have been people in my life who've given their time and energy enabling the moments to transpire, preparing me for the actual writing that you are about to read. I would love to list all of them for you here, though it's been my extreme devotion to you that has gotten me to write it all down. I have a deep love for the human race, as you will most likely witness reading. If you consider yourself a member of the human race, then I want to thank you for all the love, support, drive, ambition, and blessings I have received writing. You're actually the most important person in the world to me, because you hold the key to survival of the human race. And I want to thank you from every particle of my existence for holding that key and hanging on to it until the perfect moment. And see, for me, I'm like, wow, that wasn't really emotional. But I know what's in that book. And maybe I should read the next part to you. Let's see. You know what? I got the wrong copy of it because I have redone the beginning of it. But I'll get that for you in a clip really soon. I've been thinking of starting another book, and what I want to do is possibly write the chapter and talk to you about it in a clip, and then and what the book will be is the meaningful moments in my life, because there are some moments that transpired that completely made me take a different fork in the road, you know? And not that it's special, but I have been not waiting, but I kind of said, well, if I ever get a person on this planet who says to me they would like to know my story, then I'll write that for them. And I got an email this morning that asked just that. They would be very interested to know my story. I'm interested to know, and I'd like to get it written down. If for some reason this MRI shows, I don't have it scheduled yet, but it's coming. The scheduling is in the process. If they say something about Alzheimer's, I would like to get my meaningful moments documented for you, just so you know how I got here. I am having faith of a mustard seed that whatever I do with the urine therapy is going to work. But you know, there's been some massive programmed fears. We have Tink. I am trying to make a movie. I don't know if they can hear you, but it's a little annoying. Okay? Shh. Anyway, good talking to you. Things are going well. You know, physical contact, I get bursts of excitement, which is something I haven't experienced for a while, just by increasing my hug flow, hugging more. And if I find a dog that I know, I hug that dog, because you can hug dogs all day long. They don't care. They love it. So I hug my dogs, and well, I only have one, but you know, and hug anybody else's dog you can find. And the animals out here, I'm not hug. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, if we can't get out of this reclusive state that we're in because of the computers and the phones and the texting and the messaging, we're not even talking to people anymore. Yeah, I know. You can argue with me about that. Maybe I'm talking in the future. And I want to make a clip, possibly. You know, the phrase, if you got 1 foot in tomorrow and 1 foot in yesterday, then you're pissing on today. Right? Think about it. I am. I know. Not try, but I want to be mindful of staying in the moment for you, because it can all get massively carried away, our moments, into somewhere that's either past or future, right? Blah, talking. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and thanks so much for all your feedback and your comments and your support and your big fat hugs. I really do. I love you guys. And see you soon.